Hey guys, you see my crock pot here, but we're not doing a hot process soap. I'm actually making homemade melt and pour. I need some melt and pour balls to go on top of a soap I want to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and make my melt and pour. And I make my melt and pour from scratch. So all my oils and everything is in here. I've already did a how to make melt and pour step-by-step video. Just go onto my page, click the little magnifying glass, and then type in homemade melt and pour, or just type in melt and pour. I'm sure it'll bring it up. My lye and my oils are about the same temperature, about 140. That's how I want them to be. It's still really hot though. So we're going to go ahead and add the lye. And this is going to clump up because it's got stearic acid in it. I think that's good. Alright. This is an itty bitty spatula. I'm going to have to go get my other spatulas. Turn my crock pot back on because you only wanted it to be about 140 to add the lye and the oils, and I am at 149, so I did pretty good. And this little spatula, there we go. I'm just trying to scrape down the edges. This spatula is just so small. Alright guys, so we're going to let this cook just like hot process cooks. We're going to go through the stages, and then I stick blend. I do stick blend hot process. So the next stage is going to be applesauce, which I need to watch it. Every time you do hot process soap, make sure you watch your soap. Do not walk away from it. So I guess we will come back after I have stick blended and it's time to add our solvents to make it into melt and pour. So we'll be back guys. My soap is done and it's ready for my solvents. So first we are going to add our propylene glycol and our glycerin, which I have it mixed all together in here. So let's pour that in. I just put it in the same bowl because it's hard to get every little last drop out. So that way I can just put them together. So there was my propylene glycol, which is my substitute for alcohol. It's a higher proof than alcohol. It's better for melt and pour. When you're making homemade melt and pour, it's better to use that. Alright, there's that. Here is my sugar water. And all it is sugar dissolved in water. And I have an algorithm, I guess that's what you call it, that I found online that does these recipes for me. I want to lean on here. My back's kind of hurting. Man, I worked my butt off yesterday. I worked from 7 to 12 at my part-time job. And then I worked 12:30 to 6:30 cleaning out this old building. A man had has a plumbing business, and he bought a really was not broke down, but It's not a very nice building, but he is fixing it up, and I painted his walls for him. I cleaned up debris, cleaned up scrap metal, cleaned out the rooms, threw all the trash away, swept. By the time I got home, I was so tired. I ate supper and I fell asleep on the couch. And then I woke up, I asked my daughter, I said, why in the world did you not wake me up? And she's like, oh no, you just was so tired. And so I took my nighttime meds and I just went to bed. So I went to bed right after I got home from work last night after I ate supper. We had a light supper, just a sub and some chips. Now this is going to dissolve, and I'm just going to stir it for just a minute, but we're going to let it cook for about 20 minutes, and then this will be all dissolved. And we'll have melt and pour soap. And that, see how it's melting? It'll be all melted when I come back. And if it doesn't all melt, what I do is I just take the stick blender to it and just stick blend the little pieces, because sometimes just itty bitty little pieces won't melt. But we'll be back when it's done and when we're going to mold it, guys, so stay tuned. I think I forgot to push record when I was pouring them, but this is just what it looks like. I just poured them into my little 2.5 pound molds here, and this is the next day actually, so we're just going to pop them out. So there is one, and they're going to be a little sticky. Usually you need to let your melt and pour rest for at least a week, I would say, before using them, but I need to use them on a project for today. So here are my melt and pour blocks. That'll last me quite a little while because I don't really do melt and pour all that much. I don't use melt and pour on my soaps all that much, but I am going to be using these today because I'm going to be making a soap today. So yeah, so that's how I make melt and pour soap from scratch. I have made a video on step-by-step instructions on how to do this, but it's all you gotta do is go to my page, go to the little magnifying glass, and then type in melt and pour or homemade melt and pour, and it should take you to the video where I take you step by step. I didn't take you step by step on this one. I kind of just let you follow along with me as I made the steps. But if you want to learn how to actually make this, you know, step by step on what to do, then go head over to my channel and type that into the question in the little magnifying glass, and it should pop up. I thought I would get back on here. I'll probably erase the ending to the previous video where I said goodbye. I'll probably just splice these two videos together. I kind of wanted to show you how this performs. I need balls for my soap that I'm doing today. So there is my ball mold, and then here is my melt and pour. So I'm just going to cut up a little of the melt and pour. I'm not going to cut up much at first because I'm not sure about how much I'll need. I really don't need that much. So we're just going to cut this. It's still really soft because it was just made, but it'll still work. It'll still melt down and it'll still make embeds. So that's all I'm putting in there for right now. Let me grab a paper towel here. See, it's very, very sticky. You can see it's stuck to my thing, stuck to my hands. Usually you will need your melt and pour to cure for at least a week or so, just to give it that cure time. It really does need it, but I need the balls today, so I'm not using the cure time. I'm going to pop this in my microwave and then we'll be back. Alright guys, so this is nice and hot. I still have a little bit of chunks in there that's not yet dissolved or not yet melted, so I'm just going to stir it because it's plenty hot enough. So I'm just going to stir it until we get those chunks dissolved, or melted anyway, not dissolved, melted. Because this is way plenty hot enough. So I'm just going to sit here and stir this for a minute to get everything dissolved. I keep saying dissolved, melted, so I can get everything melted. I might have to pop it back in the microwave for a minute. I'm hoping I don't. But see how it melted down just perfectly. And it looks like I'm going to need to pop it in just for a little while longer. Put it in there for about 15 more seconds. And that looks good. Okay, my color, I'm doing a cherry soap, so I want my color to be red. Ooh, that's a pretty red. Probably cut up way too much, but that is a beautiful red. Look at that red. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so we're going to start filling up our little mold here. The only thing about homemade melt and pour is there's a skin that forms on it really quickly. I probably made way too much. I know I'm not going to need all these. So I'll have some left over. And I did not scent this. I don't scent my embeds. Because if I pour too much, then I can always use them for something else. Alright, we filled up this hole. That looks like it could use a little more. Alright, I filled up the whole thing, and I still have a bunch left. So once these ones dry, which I'll pop them in the freezer once they set a minute, then I'll make more. And I'll just pop this back in the microwave to melt it down. But that is our homemade melt and pour, guys, and I'll show you what it looks like after they're done, so stay tuned. It's time to pop these out, and they pop out really easily. Whoa. They're not as red as I would have hoped. They're more of a pink color, but that's okay. I'll show them to you in just a second and get them all popped out here. And these are going to go on top of my cherry soap that I'm doing today. I just wanted to show you from start to finish the melt and pour, how simple it is. Like I said, I do have a step-by-step guide on my channel on how to make homemade melt and pour. So here we go. Homemade melt and pour balls. Just like that. Now I'm going to have to warm up the rest of this mica, the rest of this soap, and pour the rest of them. That way I don't waste it. There's no sense of wasting the soap. I can always use the pink balls for a different project. So yeah, here we go. Perfect melt and pour balls. Toppings for my soaps. Alright guys, so that is how you make melt and pour soap and use it for embeds. They're just as good as the melt and pour that you buy in stores. It's not smushed, it's good and hard, and it turned out really good. Alright guys, so I got another video planned for today. It's going to be my cherry almond soap. So I'm going to get that ready and we'll be back soon. So stay tuned to the next video. Bye bye.